Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is OET listening. It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m. we do an OET listening class on part A. Today is no different. We'll focus on the format. We'll look at techniques, and of course, we'll do a practice test. You will notice that every class has a practice test for reading or listening, okay? So this is no different. What I need to do now is make sure that you guys can see my document. Can everyone see this? So here we go. 3, 2. Sorry about the noise.
Yes.
No one see this here. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Don't be shy. Oops. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Some connection problems, but yeah.
Now it's better. Right?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I've been having a few
Yes, Alan.
issues to say. Okay, so today we will do 3 things as usual. Okay, format we can discuss in groups. Then we'll talk about some techniques, signposts and selectors. We will review this. Then we will practice, and I'll show you examples of how the technique can help you. Okay. All right. So let's start with this. I'll put my camera on as well. I hope this is all right. Can everyone see me?
Yes.
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 All right. So the format of the test. Is there anyone here who has never done OET before? Say hello if you've never done it.
Hello.
Hi.
Do we all know this?
Hello.
There are people.
Hello.
So what I want to do today is start just talking about the format for people who are just completely new to OET, okay? But what we'll do is we'll do this in groups because we have lots of students in this class who actually know the format very well, okay? So I'm going to start the class by talking about the format in groups. What does format mean, Carmen? Just in case there's anyone who doesn't even know this. What does format actually mean?
The way that the test looks like.
Way
Structure.
the looks, and maybe the structure of the test, or we could say the facts about the test. Okay.
Yeah.
So I always start with this, and it's a good way to warm up. I'm going to put you guys into groups. I'm going to put you into groups, and I want you to discuss the questions I give. Is that clear, everyone? Go into groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
And answer the questions. If you're in a group with someone who knows already a lot about OET, then that person can teach you. So Carmen can be doing a little bit of teaching, please, Carmen. Helen, if you could do a little bit of teaching to anyone who's new. Najibullah, you guys, just tell them what's going on, what the most important things are, okay? I'm going to do big groups, okay? So here's some big groups. The groups are opening now. Please go into those groups and start answering the questions when I show them. Okay. So go into groups now, please, guys. You can just okay, and if you're watching on YouTube, this is what we do every day. We're doing live classes. We are practicing the test every day. This is no different from what we normally do. So a little bit of speaking to warm up, then talk about some techniques that you can use for the test, and then practice the test. Ooh, so a few people have come back from room 1. Is that right? Gifty, Christina, Sibel? Or maybe you never joined. You never joined. Okay. It's all right. Just waiting for one of the rooms to come back. All right, so we've got a few people returning. Fantastic. Let me close all the rooms now. Microphones off, please, guys. Okay, guys, let's finish the discussion now. A few people are starting to return. So just can we have everyone immediately come back to the main room? Okay, so I hope you managed to have a little bit of a chat there. Was it okay? I never know what's going on in these rooms. Did you guys manage to have a little bit of a chat? Sukaina, were you able to discuss?
Yes, we were.
I hope so. So Sukaina, how many questions are there in listening part A?
There is 24 questions in total.
Is that right, guys? Is it 24?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, 24.
Okay. How many audio clips are there, guys?
12. Two.
Two audio clips.
Say 12.
12 per question.
Okay, Wasi, how many questions for each clip?
12.
12 questions.
Okay. And Bertha, can you say hello?
Hello.
Bertha, have we spoken before? We have, I think. How much time to prepare before the exam starts?
30 seconds.
Kokila, is that right, Bertha? 30 seconds? Just Bertha, please.
90. You can look all of them in 90 seconds.
90 is part C, actually. It's 30 seconds here, and then it's 90 in part C. Okay.
Okay.
You are right, but it's just not in this part. Okay, what scenario will we listen to? Everyone, what's the scenario?
Conversation.
Consultation.
Specialist.
That's really. Sometimes it's GP, sometimes and patient. Sometimes it's okay. Specialist. Always with a patient, of course. It might be GP and patient. It might be specialist and patient. It never changes. Okay. Let's have a look at this one. What type of question is it?
Gap filling.
Gap filling. Or another name is fill in the
Blank.
Okay. Is spelling important? Erzat. Everyone else, microphones off. Erzat only. Is spelling important?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes. Spelling is important.
It is important, but also can we make mistakes?
Yes, some nuance we can do.
Small mistakes, guys, okay? Not big ones. We cannot change the meaning. We cannot confuse the reader, but you can make small spelling errors. Okay, Gloria, what type of listening are we practicing? Gloria, or we could try Manuela. Mariana, who I was speaking to at the start. What type of listening is it?
Listening for
If you're
detail.
going to practice, yeah, listening for details. Okay. So Helen, do you do much practice of part A? Do you have like routines where you practice?
No, to be honest.
Well, how would you advise to practice it without doing tests? If you know already this is what we are.
We discuss it in the group, and Vasula recommend something good. In YouTube, there are some tests that you can practice.
Okay, so we can do tests, but I'm saying without tests, but we can do tests.
We can listen some like consultations from the YouTube as well, doctor consultations to practice.
Yeah, guys, find consultations. Find medical documentaries. Okay. Look, I am also a language learner, and I am not your level, but I can listen to Spanish and write down things and focus and listen 10 times to something. If I can do it, you guys can do it.
Your level is high or low from us?
I'm like A2, B1. Okay. So if I can do that, you guys can do it. It's just about patience, and I know finding the time, isn't it? If you've got children or job. But guys, find things, sit down, listen to them, write the details down, listen again, listen 5 times, listen 10 times. Okay. There's so many things you can do. Okay. What techniques are that can help? This will be the important question. And I'm going to ask Marwa, if she's available, or Yasemin.
Compare the category.
So we can predict the category. Anything else?
Signposting.
Who said that?
Vasula.
Wasi, we can look at signposting. What else, guys? Is there anything else? Anyone?
Missing.
What I call selector words. Now, today I'm just going to focus on 2 of these. If you don't know what we're talking about, don't worry. Next week I will do predicting the category next week. Okay. This week we're going to focus just on these 2, and we're going to just quickly understand it. It's very simple actually. Okay, but we just need to review and understand this. I have been teaching OET a long time. Okay, and you just see the same thing happening in almost all the tests. If you can understand these 2 things, you will be able to cope with or deal with the exam a little bit better, okay? But remember, you got to practice, okay? We all know that listening is really, really, really about regular practice. If you're not doing that as well, you're not going to improve. Okay, so make sure you're practicing every day some listening for details. Okay, signposts and selectors. I'm going to choose maybe Yasemin again, or Tugba. Sukaina, do you have any idea what we mean by signpost? Maybe you could tell us. Yasemin, I'm sure Yasemin, you can.
Yeah, before they're
Okay, so
giving
Yasemin, what is a signpost?
before they're giving the question, they're just mentioning some unique words which has been mentioned before. For example, like medical history, or I can't say it properly, but
I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, I'll zoom in, don't worry.
yeah, please.
So you said before they are giving the answer, they are what? Say that one more time. Before they're giving the answer, they
mentioning
are
about like unique words. For example, like before the number 2, they might say ear infections or antibiotics.
So guys, before number 2 here, right? They will definitely 100% say some of the key words here, maybe infections, that says infections, or they'll say antibiotics. Okay. Usually they will not change this too much as well. They will say some key words. It's so simple. How is that helping me, Yasemin?
It helps me that to understand that question is coming and I need to listen carefully.
So it tells me the question is coming. I agree. Does everyone agree? This helps me because it tells me the question 2 is coming. when I hear antibiotics. But what is the, I mean, it's pretty obvious, really. What is the important point about this? There's something that's a little, maybe you didn't think about already. Shabnam, there's a sort of rule. What's the rule? Signpost rule. Ramona? Pooja, what is the rule with signposts?
Signpost doesn't have to be on the same line with the...
Yeah, signposts are never on, guys?
On the same line with the answer.
Same line as the answer. Why? Pooja, why is it never, why should we never choose a signpost on the same line?
Because that can before the answer.
Can be confusion.
Anything on the same line will be...
They might say it later on after the
Yasemin, they might say it later on.
Yeah, they can say the answer, and after that they can say the signpost. So we thought we can miss that. So
that word when you change the sentences, what do we call that, guys?
Paraphrasing.
Okay, so we can never be sure that these words, I know this is not very clear. What does this say? Anyone?
Last year.
Last year. I can never be sure that this will come before the answer, right?
Yeah.
They might say, well, doctor. No, well, I'll give you an example. They might say, well, doctor, last year I had headaches. Okay, maybe they will say that, or they might say, well, doctor, headaches is what I had, and it was resolved, thankfully, last year. So what happened there?
He said the last year in the end.
This was at the end, okay? Signposts need to come before the answers so we can be ready for them, right? So signposts are on different lines. It's very, very simple. It cannot be, it's never on the same line as the answer. But Carmen, does that mean that the words on the same line are not important?
No, they are important.
Right? So look, guys, the words on the same line are very important, of course, right? But why are they important, Carmen?
They might predict.
Go on.
They might predict, or might help you to predict what the answer might be.
They help us with what we call the category.
Yes.
But we're not going to focus on that today. But they help us with predicting what the type of answer is. But also, what do they do, Carmen or Helen? What do the words on the same line do?
There might be two possible answers to select the right answer.
So when I have two answers, I've got to do what?
Choose.
Choose, okay? So I call this a selector word, okay? A selector word is just helping me choose the right answer when I hear more than one. Does that happen in OET? You hear more than one answer possible?
Yes.
Yes.
It's their number one favorite trick to play on you. Okay, so it might say, I don't know, what symptom, but well, let's say Alan, so this is me, right? Alan experienced a severe blank. Oops, severe with an E. Okay, so listen to this, guys. Tell me what you think the answer is. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, doctor. I'm really feeling terrible at the moment. I've got a very intense headache and also a really sort of strong backache. So I decided to come to you this morning. What's the answer?
Headache.
Can be both.
Right, it's just a simple example. I'm saying exactly the same thing. I said headache and I said
backache.
Right?
What is it called? Intense headache?
Well, in severe.
Severe.
Yeah, severe means strong, means intense. They all mean the same thing, right? So severe is intense. Severe is strong. Same. Good question though. Okay. Now, of course, we do not know the answer. But OET will never do this to you. They will never allow two possible answers. They cannot do that, can they? It would not be a very good test if it was two possible answers. So what they will do is do a selector word. Okay, so it might say, Alan experienced a severe blank on Wednesday. Okay, this is my selector word.
Signpost.
Not a
Selector word.
signpost. That's the point. It's not a signpost. It's helping me choose. But Carmen, this might come after the answer, right? But it helps me to choose. So listen now, guys. Tell me what the answer is. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And microphones off, please. Someone's making a bit of noise. So just put your microphones off, please. 3, 2, 1. Hello, doctor. Thanks for seeing me today. I'm feeling terrible at the moment. I've got this really intense headache. And then yesterday on Wednesday, I also started getting this really strong backache. So I just need your help.
Backache.
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 It was backache because
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
now the thing you have to remember here when you realize this is happening in OET, the thing you have to remember is, Wasi, do you know the important thing that we need to remember now? Now we understand this. Maybe Carmen or Elisa, they're going to do something with this. OET are going to do something with this.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah, they will. They can paraphrase the signposts. Not signposts. Carmen, you're confusing me now. The selector.
I haven't said anything.
Does this make sense, though, guys? Instead of saying Wednesday, what could they say instead of Wednesday?
After Tuesday.
After Tuesday.
Day after Tuesday. Right?
Middle of
the
middle. Middle of
before Tuesday.
The middle of the week. The middle of the week, yeah. So let's just say the day after Tuesday, right? So now tell me what the answer is. Okay, we'll do another test. But remember, I'm going to paraphrase the selector word. So you've got to be thinking, okay, he might not say Wednesday. He might say something else. Okay, listen to this. 3, 2, 1. Hello, doctor. Thanks for seeing me today. I've been feeling really, really terrible. I've had this intense headache, which started the day after Tuesday. And also I've got this backache, which started on Friday. So I'm just feeling terrible.
Headache.
Headache.
Now, it's so easy when you know to listen for that. It's easy. But if you don't know, you're just going to hear two answers, right?
Yeah.
So the key thing is when you hear two answers, make sure you are thinking about what words are helping me to choose between. There's always something, isn't there? There's always a word that's going to help you. All right. Now, how much time do we have before the audio starts in the exam, guys?
30 seconds.
20
seconds.
So one of the 30 seconds. So one of the things you can be thinking about when you practice is very easy. Just be thinking about, is this a signpost here? Where are my signposts? And then also just be thinking, where are my selector words? Okay. So are you guys ready to try this? We can look at a real test.
Yes.
We can identify signposts and selectors, and then we can do the test.